my fellow take yours too. Alright guys, out here in the shop, the infamous shop again, and doing a little bit of cleaning up. Alright guys, a bit of a change of heart here. I decided not to take the lift down. Instead I just climbed up on the ladder and got it down. You can probably see it a little bit over here. It's really easy to make, as most ghillie suits are. Or ghillie pieces. That's the whole thing itself there. That's the whole piece itself right there. Okay? And all it is same way as everybody else does it. It's just netting. Okay? I don't know how well. Let me see here. Let me get behind the camera. Okay. Just netting, just like that. And see, we get down here a little bit. Oh, it gets real thick. Okay. And like I say, it's just it's a piece of ghillie. Started off with say the net there. That I ended up kicking around. So I used that, and then I was out at Canadian Tire, and we saw this burlap. Okay, let me get behind the camera here. So you can see that it's camoed already. So you got lots of different colors in there already. You see, you got big black stripe going along down here. Okay, there's bits of white in here, some brown, green. Oh, it's already camoed. It's got a whole mix of colors in it already, and that's all this is. It's just strands and strands and strands of taking patches like this. Okay, and me and my buddy over at Survival Know-How there sat here one night and just sat there and picked individual strands, cut patches out like this, picked individual strands out, made bundles, and then just started tying it on. I believe that's where my face goes, right there. Let's see here. Yeah, right there. And just give me a second here, guys. I'll cut the tape and I'll come back to you when I get the whole thing on. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Just give me a second here. I'm going to throw it on over here behind camera and walk into frame. So this is it when I'm wearing it. I don't know right now if you can tell, but I can see the camera perfectly. Okay, you can see that it breaks up a lot of my head and shoulder shape. Okay, it's not very heavy. It smells a little bit, but I mean, that's burlap for you, right? Okay. So that's what it looks like all the way around. Very long, and like I say, the actual netting ends right about here somewhere. I don't know if you can see my hand right here, but some of it drapes down to almost, well, right there is my belly button, and it's past there. So you don't necessarily have to go down to the bottom of the netting that you're using, depending on the strands that how long your strands are. But with this one, I wanted lots of cover, lots of camouflage without adding lots of vegetation to it already. So, like I said before, we tied this very coarsely, per se. Coarsely as in, like right there. Lots of knots, lots of bunches all in here. This was all me. So I wanted it very, very covered without seeing any of the netting underneath. Say there's a bald spot there a bit. But I mean, by the time I got the whole thing on, and I'll have some other pieces I'm going to be working on here, hopefully pretty quick. You know, natural vegetation and stuff, as they say, tie in there. It's not going to be a big problem. The burlap I believe I picked up at the burlap I picked up at Canadian Tire. It was about, I believe it was 20 bucks for about a 12-foot section by about 54 inches tall, I believe is what it measured, for 20 bucks. And it came camoed already. And if I could find the place where my face goes, I would put this back on again, but at the moment I can't. Anyway, yeah, burlap, 20 bucks, and I got this whole piece covered. Probably just looking at my gut right now. I got this whole piece covered, and then a little bit left over. Like I say, 20 bucks, a cargo net I had hanging around under the lift here, so I'm kind of crunched. But yeah, 20 bucks for this piece. Well, where's the eyepiece? I think there's the place for my face, maybe, or just a bald spot. Anyway, let's say 20 bucks for this cargo net I had kicking around. I'm gonna try and do some more stuff. I got some ideas, so some hammock netting or volleyball netting. I'd like to do another one the same style as this, or another piece, sorry, as the same style as this, covering more of my torso area and my legs. Say, same style, lots of knots, lots of strands, burlap, like this. 20 bucks, I got 12 foot by 54 inches of this, and it's all pre-dyed. There's no work as far as dyeing it goes. Make patches, pull strands, make bunches, tie bunches on, and just keep going. This piece here, we started, me and my buddy over at Survival Know-How there, we started somewhat early in the evening for us, around, I don't know, midnight or so. We ended up staying up all night and tying this, and between the two of us, I think we got it done. I think we calculated a total about 8 to 10 hours between two of us. I mean, a lot of this is probably almost considered unnecessary, but I like the way it looks when it's done. It's very full coverage. Not a whole lot of netting sticking through until you look at it right close. I want to showcase this a little bit. Keep it, make it more of a note to myself, and try and give myself some motivation here to get some stuff together for to do more pieces of it. And I see over here, just give me a second, I'm gonna go over here. My buddy Survival Know-How, sorry, did this little project at the end of the night. Whoa, brightness. Come over here a little bit. Okay. But like I say, my buddy Survival Know-How did this little project here at the end of the night. It's nothing really. It's just a brake barrel pellet gun. But I mean, it's just to play around with and see what you can do. From the netting, he just took the bungee that was on it. It was actually a cargo net out of a vehicle. You know, like you put across the back there. Okay. He just took some of that and wrapped it around here. Just gonna put this down for a second. It was just this kind of stuff here, just some kind of bungee, wrapped it around there. Took more bunches of burlap, tied it on there. Really easy way to ghillie out your rifle. Get it out there, give her a go. That's all I can say. Don't procrastinate. And I know my buddy Survival Know-How is going to be laughing at me for this. Don't procrastinate part. But, you know, get out there, buy some things, do some things. Get what you need to get going. And like I say, this whole ghillie thing just happened to be spur of the moment. We had what we had laying around, and we just decided. Anyway, before this video gets too much longer, I'm going to cut it off here, and take it easy, guys. Get out there and make your own ghillie. It's good shit.